Hello, Frejid here. Welcome to another Frejid Plays RedPower Minecraft. Episode 6, I believe. So, gotta show you what I've been doing around here. I got kind of carried away. Just kind of forgot to record, to be honest. Got carried away playing, and anyway, I got tired of having all the torches on the ground around here, so I made these lava holes. These are hollow cover plates made out of basalt brick, or basalt brick, depending on how you pronounce that. And there's just lava underneath. And the only problem is these microblocks, occasionally you can fall through them. It's happened to me once already, so I just have to be careful. It's not a big deal though, because I made sure that underneath each of these is a solid block, so I can just hop right out again. I usually am carrying a bucket of water, so I can just put some water down and don't have to worry about it taking anything out, because I don't have torches in the ground anymore. So that's that. I also, oh, let me show you this. I made another one of these thermopile things. I don't know what to call them. So there are two here now, because one of them wasn't quite cutting it with those 3 furnaces, to be honest. I could only do about 3 stacks before it started to run out of power. Now I can go pretty much full time. I have run out of power a couple times when I was really monitoring it, like really paying attention to when it goes out and coming back here and filling it up with something. But I've already smelted like a ton of cobblestone, so I've got all this is all smooth stone, and I've still got a bunch of cobblestone that I could smelt. Smelted a bunch of iron and copper and tin and stuff, so we're doing pretty good on that. Even got quite a bit of gold here. This is all iron. So I've been caving and mining as well. Still got some more stuff I could smelt, but so that's that. I finished up the hallway to the enchanting room, which I like pretty well. I thought I'd follow that same lighting that I did down below, just to sort of give it some continuity, and made this nice little hallway going straight to the enchanting room. I think it looks pretty good. Put this trim around, and these are all clay. Actually, this texture pack makes clay kind of reddish, and so these are all clay panels. And the pattern just comes from the lighting because of how, as I mentioned in a previous video, how the insides of microblocks are lit. So I don't know if, I'm sure if LRM ever changes that so that they're lit a little more, like shaded more uniformly like everything else is, then this will definitely look different. But I actually kind of liked the pattern it made like this. So it doesn't really bug me right now. And I've got that trim coming in all the way along here. I did go, there's a volcano kind of nearby, so I mined up a bunch of basalt and smelted it to make all these bricks and basalt blocks up here, as well as all these hollow panels that I'm using down below as on the floor down there. So that's done. And one more thing. This is gonna hurt. Should be able to do damage doing that. This is the one thing I really wish I had waited to do on camera, but I went ahead and made a watermelon and pumpkin farms to hook up to the rest of the farms. And I do plan on making another glass wall kind of similar to this one over here, so that it's easy to see as I'm walking past. It's all hooked up to these 2 chests, and I just finished it about 15 minutes ago, and I've already got quite a few melons and 23 pumpkins, so it's working pretty well. So let me show you how it works really quick. Pretty simple. There is, okay, so you've got, let me get a little bit better angle here. Okay. In the middle is a lit, well, there's a block with redstone on it. Beneath this block is just a redstone torch. So it's always on. And what happens is both pumpkins and watermelons can transmit RedPower current. So as soon as these are pumpkins here. So as soon as a pumpkin grows in any of these 4 dirt spots, which has sort of twice the chance to grow since there are 2 stems next to each one, anytime one grows, the RedPower current is transmitted through the block. And actually, well, let me finish explaining. Okay, so the RedPower current is transmitted through the pumpkin, like that just happened right here. You didn't even see it. It's transmitted through the pumpkin, which goes through the repeater, which pulls the current out of the pumpkin into this pumpkin, which lights up the wire on top, which in turn lights up the block breaker, which breaks the block below it, which happens to be the pumpkin that just grew, and sucks it into the tube. Okay. Currently, all of this is unnecessary because the faces of block breakers, this side of the block breaker can accept a RedPower current. So currently what's actually happening is the pumpkin will show up. It gets powered by the centerpiece of redstone, and that in turn powers the block breaker. But what I read on the forums, I believe, in the next version of RedPower, these devices will no longer accept a redstone signal from this side, the interface side, the input side. So this kind of thing will be necessary to get it to still harvest instantaneously. So anyway, these are all ready for the next patch. And it's actually working pretty well. It's going pretty fast. So I've got 4 slots here for growing pumpkins, and there are 4 more above here. They stack really well. And over here, these are for watermelon. There's 4 here and 4 up above. And I can go up there and show you what it looks like from above. Got a very convoluted system of ladders and walkways up here, but I know my way around, and that's the important thing. So here we can see from above, this top one is identical to the bottom one. And same thing over here for the watermelons. And you can see the tube for the watermelons just kind of comes down here, hooks up with the one from the bottom. That goes along there and into the top chest outside. And let's see, where can we see the other ones? Oh yeah, here's the one for the pumpkins. And that goes down to the bottom chest outside. So it's pretty simple, easy to make, not a lot of resources. You do have to use RedPower repeaters here because I actually tried using vanilla repeaters and I forgot that they won't fit in a block with a microblock in the same space. So you can see this repeater and this microblock are both within this one block size. And you can't do that with vanilla repeaters. So in order to make it this compact, you have to use RedPower repeaters. The reason I was trying vanilla repeaters is because they're a lot cheaper to make. And I'm not actually using any delay. So the only reason that the repeaters are here at all is just to pull the power through the block when it grows. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to claim that it's perfect either. So if any of you guys have any ways to improve on any of this stuff, let me know. So today, what I would like to do is remember where I was going. Let's see, it would help if I turn this on. So I came back here, started doing some exploring. I knew that abandoned mine was over in this direction. So I went ahead and did a bunch of caving around here and found the abandoned mine and a bunch of spider spawners. So if you look at all these points, well, hello, slimes. There are just slimes everywhere in my world. I can hear one, but don't know where he is. And obviously I went the wrong way. I don't know my way around that well either, yet. But the reason I'm trying to get over here is because there were two spawners that were pretty close together. So I'm thinking of making an XP farm with spiders, if I can get to them. Let's see, we want to go to okay. I'll just meet you guys over there. I gotta find it. Okay, I found it. So let me turn these off. They're kind of annoying, but I want to show you something with them in a minute. Here's one spawner and another one right here. These are the closest two that I found. I found 5 spawners total, just in this one mine, but all of the others are spread out too far. They have to be within 16 meters, and what's kind of cool about this map feature is it tells you exactly how many meters away you are as a straight line from the point that you set. So I can stand here, and even if there was a wall here, I had already set that point, so I could see that it was within 16 meters, and I knew it would be a good spawner to go with that. And standing at any of these points, all the others are too far away. That one looks like it could be just far enough away where if I stood 16 meters away, I could activate both that one and this one. But it is too far away from that one. So, and I actually dug over there, and I'm not sure, it's just a little bit over 16 meters where I was standing, but that could have also been because of the way I placed these. Like this one is actually here instead of right above it, so, and I'm not sure what side I put that one on. So it's possible that there's like one square in between these two spawners where I could stand and activate them both. But since I can't still get a third one in there, these two are much easier. And there's one that way, but it's about 38 meters, and there's one that way about 44 meters, 45 meters. So, and those two are not close enough together to each other either. So this is going to be my best bet, is to hook this one and this one together into one spawning, grinding area, and just do it that way. So that's what I want to do today, especially since I have that enchanting room now. I don't ever get my level high enough to do much with it. I do enchant everything with like a level 1 if I can. And there's so many slimes in my world that I've been able to do that quite often. But it'd be nice to be able to get some higher level enchantments going. So that's the plan for today. I haven't really thought about how I'm going to do this yet, so I need to give it some thought, and I'll come back. And I just want to show you guys really quick some of the stocks I've got here. This is all just from killing slimes as I'm playing the game. I don't have a slime farm yet. I've done a ton of caving and mining, and I can show you my mine in a second. And I showed you the all the metal I have already. So yeah, my mine is up this way. Kind of sneak around. And I just, even though there's so many caves around, I was really low on redstone. So I just dug that way as far as I could, every few blocks here. And hit another ravine way down there. There's another abandoned mine above it, but I haven't explored it at all yet. So anyway, I haven't quite gone all the way down this yet, but I went pretty far. Yeah, I stopped here, and this still goes pretty far. Ran into a lot of lava. So yeah, just showing you guys that I've been busy. Okay, before we get to the spider spawner, actually, I had an idea for some little thing that I want to try building. We're going to build it right here, and I'll show you what it is as I build it. I'm not going to tell you right away. I'm not sure if it's even going to work, but if it does, I think it'll be fun. Also, I think I never showed this to you, but here's my sheep pen that I was using to gather all the different colored wool for the last project for the enchanting room. And I've got a sheep of every color here, and nothing high tech. I do eventually want to set up an automated sheep farm, but I didn't have the materials or the time, and I really wanted to get that enchanted room done. So also there's, go ahead and show you these things. These are shafts that go all the way down to the highest ledge in the ravine, and each of these shafts is like a corner of the ravine, so I can sort of see how the ravine curves. Because digging up from the bottom is actually quite a bit more difficult. I think it'll be easier to start at the top and just follow these lines. And when I hit one of these pits that I've dug, then I know to like turn right and then start digging this way until I hit this one, and then go to the next level until I hit this one, and then go to this level until I hit. Well, there's one way up here. Yeah. So anyway, I've only done that part of the way down, just to there, and the ravine goes way out that way and way out that way. So that is the quarry I was digging, and I was just estimating where the ravine goes. I actually don't know if that's it or not, so that might not meet up correctly, but we'll find out later. Okay, let me get started on this project. Okay, it's done, and I haven't tested it yet or anything, but here it is. So this is my automatic fishing machine, well, semi-automatic fishing and cooking machine. This is supposed to, from this side it doesn't really look like it, but it's supposed to resemble a large net. Let me show it to you on the other side. See, it's kind of like a net. I didn't put the brown wool on the inside because I didn't want fish to land on these ledges. So the idea is, I guess I should explain it first. You stand here, get out your fishing rod. It's the pool is far away just to sort of maximize the velocity of the fish so that it flies overhead. It gets sucked into that transposer and pulled up that tube. The tube pushes it into this blue electric furnace, which is supposed to cook it. I think it did. This timer goes around every 4 seconds or so. I'm not sure how long it takes to cook. I'll have to time that. But the idea is that this transposer will pull it out of the oven and push it into the chest, and you get cooked fish. And I probably have way more bluetricity here than I need. I've got 4 solar panels with 4 battery boxes, and they're all just directly plugged into the furnace. So it's just, since it will only cook things when I'm up here fishing, it's not going to get a whole lot of use. And this pool of water is here just in case the fish goes off in a different direction. Should still pull it back into the transposer. Gets sucked right in. Yep. And they're both in the oven cooking. And as soon as they're done, they get pulled out. So the only, I guess, downside to this whole thing is that fishing is kind of boring. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought this would be a fun little project to make. I probably won't use it too much, although it's nice to have a variety of foods, I guess. There we go. So I've been kind of busy digging here. I am going to go back and work on the spider spawner, but I feel like it's time to do something about this ravine. And I am not going to do this anymore. Digging all this out, it didn't help that there's a big hill up there, but I dug all this out by hand, and a few layers below me too, all the way down to that ledge. So from that ledge all the way up to there, this was all solid. No caves or anything, I mean, obviously. And I'm on the last layer here, and I just thought I would record it because I thought it would be kind of boring doing all this on camera, but as I was chipping away, it was just sort of cool looking down and seeing just how far down it is. So I think it's going to be pretty cool, but in order to finish the rest of the ravine, I mean, that maybe doesn't look like much, but that is a lot to dig through, and it goes pretty far in that direction, and there's still quite a bit in this direction as well. So, yeah, I wanted to give it a try by hand, and now it's been done. And I'm either going to use exclusively TNT, which I think I'm going to need a lot. I'm nowhere near, I have like 7 right now, and I'm going to need like 500,000. Either that or just wait until the next version of RedPower comes out, or maybe not the next version, but whatever version is going to have frames. Because then I think I could set up some kind of digging machine with frames and block breakers. I think. I don't really know how they're supposed to work, but that's the impression I get. So here we are. I think I can survive this. Yeah. Alright. Well, it's nighttime now, but you can still see, I mean, even from this position, that's like a full ravine. And we're at the top of the other ravine, so let's see. Let's go down below and see what it looks like. I don't need all that. I've got so much cobblestone now. I really don't need all that stuff. So let me see. I'm not sure if I can survive this when I do a water drop. Whee! Look at all this cobblestone that I haven't picked up. Hello, slimes. So there we go. See how small it looks from down here? And there's so much more to do. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's gonna be a while before that roof is gone, I'll tell you right now. So that chest over there is a little over half, well, it's mostly full with cobblestone. So what I've been doing is just bringing some of it over here, taking it out, chucking it into the fishing net, and it all just gets sucked in, and it can only cook so much at a time, but it just kind of stays in the tube here, going back and forth until it can cook. So it keeps filling this up. Every time one gets cooked, it gets sucked out through the transposer and another one comes in. So I'm not sure how many stacks are in there right now, maybe 6 or so. I wasn't sure if they would disappear after 5 minutes or not while they're in the tube. So just sort of been testing it, but I've already been going around doing other things and already got all this stone out. So yeah, I kind of want to set up something like this downstairs with the 3 forges that I already have, the 3 blue electric furnaces that I already have. Anyway, I've done a little bit of work on the spider spawners. I made a nice straight tunnel to where I want them to output, and it's too high so I can jump while I'm sprinting to move really fast through it. That's not permanent. I'll put something in there eventually, a minecart track or something, but for now it'll be fine. This is where I plan on standing. It's if we look at the, let's see, these 2 spider spawners, C and Z, that's just under 16 meters away, and that's just under 15. So if I stand here, they should both spawn. I've got canals dug, and they'll come to this junction right here and drop down, and I'll have something set up right here where I can hit them to kill them, or possibly suffocate them for a bit if I need to, and get all the experience and items. I'm going to put some, let me turn off those. I'm going to put up some RedPower lamps in these holes in the ceiling and hook them up to a switch to a lever, which I'll pipe all the way down to where I was standing down below there. And hello, slime. This is the other spawning room, which is also pretty much done. Again, more lamps up there so I can turn it on and off. And so the plan is to just have water pushing the spiders over to here. They'll fall into here. There'll be another water block pushing them this way. And they'll meet. The other one comes out the same way right here. And they'll fall down into This is where I was showing you before. I'll stand here and hit them. Okay, so here's the problem. I didn't really think about the fact that, let's see, that's used in, there we go. Here are the lamps. I wanted to make some lamps. And the lamps need Lumar. And Lumar needs glowstone. And I haven't been to the Nether yet. So, since we're already getting kind of short on time, I went ahead and made this. This is my automatic smelting machine, I guess. It's just I put the stuff I want to cook in the bottom chest. There's a timer behind the wall that flashes the redstone tube every 4 seconds. So every 4 seconds this transposer pulls one thing out of here, puts it in whichever oven is available, which is currently the top oven. And then every 4 seconds, whatever is cooked in the oven gets pulled out one at a time. These are all transposers as well. I could use filters to pull out full stacks, but I figured, actually I did try putting a filter here and it would pull a full stack out, and then you get all these stacks just bouncing up and down in the tube waiting to get put into the furnace. I'm sure there's a way around that. You know, setting the timer lower and I guess putting filters over here too so that they pull a full stack out. And then figuring out how long it takes to cook a full stack. But I figured I'm not always going to be cooking full stacks, so might as well just do it like this. So every 4 seconds it just pulls one item out, cooks it, and then sucks it back up into this tube and down into the top chest. So here it's making stone out of cobblestone, and I can stick anything in there that I want to cook, which is nice for making glass or food or whatever. And I moved the door around to this side. Didn't change anything over here, but as you can see, this is all a little bit different. There's also a little lever up there so I can switch it off if I need to. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode then. Hopefully next time I will not... I know I kept saying I was going to get to the spider spawner, and I really want to so that I can start enchanting things a little better. So next time I'll make a portal to the Nether, collect some glowstone. I'm not going to spend too much time in the Nether. I'm just going to run in, grab some glowstone, get out, so I can make these lamps so that I can light up the spider spawning rooms before I finish them and take out all the torches and stuff. And then I'll finish those up next time as well, I promise. And oh, one other thing, gotten a couple of requests actually to put my world up for download, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So there should be a link in the description of this video for a world download. Feel free to download it. I'm going to put my RedPower config in there as well. I haven't modified it other than to I did turn off the sounds on Logic, like timers and stuff, that clicking noise, but other than that I haven't modified it. So all the default, if you're using RedPower with all the default block IDs, I think you'll be okay not using my config, but I'm going to include it just in case. And of course, you know, back up your saves before you do anything. And just to be absolutely clear, you will not be able to see any of this stuff unless you have the RedPower mod installed and working. Like I said, next time we will get to the spider spawners, and thank you for watching.